you and your families. Okay, so we are going to be working on hip opening today. So for those of you that are new to yoga, please, I would recommend joining on the Friday because that's more gentle, slower restorative practice, so it's better for beginners. But you can definitely give today a try. Some of the postures we might be moving through a little bit quickly for you, so don't be put off by that, just know that that's the nature of a power practice. When we work through tension in the hips, a lot of the time we are going to be working through emotional blockages that we have in the body. Those of you that join me on Friday know that it can be quite an intense practice, and there will be times that I give you alternatives to the postures that we come into. So I might say, oh, you know, this is an alternative for you. Please listen to that suggestion because I don't want you to injure yourself and I want you to feel good from your practice. That's my main aim for today. Okay, so my name's Jasmine. For those of you that haven't practiced with me before, thank you so much for joining me for this morning. This is literally the highlight of my week, so thank you. We're going to make a start in child's pose, so come to your mat and take the knees quite wide, so it's a generous child's pose. Hips come to the heels, and then we're going to relax the forehead down to the floor. If your forehead doesn't come to the floor, I'd like you to put both fists and then rest your forehead onto your fists. So as long as the space in between your eyebrows is on the floor or touching something, it can touch a block if you prefer. We want to feel that base of support. And then just give a gentle rock of the forehead side to side as we start to massage that space in between the eyebrows. To sit still and start to direct the breath deep into the belly. So in yoga we use a nasal breathing pattern, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And again, deep breath and out. Now as you're lying here, directing that breathing deep into your belly, I'd like you to think about something that you would like to let go of. This can be an emotion, this can be a person, this can be something that happened, it can be anything in your life that you know is no longer serving you and you want gone. Gone from your aura, gone from you as a human being. So when you feel any tightness or any resistance in your hips today, I'd like you to direct yourself back to this thought of what it is that you are personally working towards releasing. Sometimes we have to let go of something hundreds of times before we are fully rid of it. Forgive yourself this process and be patient with your practice. On your next in-breath, I'd like you to start to activate the body, and we're going to start to snake forwards into our cobra. So hips come down, chest grows forward, and to start with, just have a baby bend to the elbows. And then on your exhale, push your hips back into your child's pose. On your in-breath, we snake forward, rippled effect like the waves. We come into our cobra, maybe a bit deeper this time. And then as we exhale, we push the hips back, hips sinking to the heels. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, snaking forward, ripple through the spine, hips come down, chest comes up, shoulders drop. And then exhale, onto the heels, we find our child's pose. Coming to all fours, kneeling for me. We're going to massage through our cat and cow pose. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spread the palms wide. Inhale, gaze forward and arch your back, belly button dropping down. And then as you exhale, pull your belly button into your spine and gaze at your thighs. Inhale, belly button drops, heart opens. Exhale, we round, really massaging through, lips sealed. We're Conservating that energy into the body, so just nasal breathing. Pushing through, massage the back. Check in with your bodies, how are you feeling? And then pause in neutral for me. Sending your right leg back, lift the leg so it's level with your back and hips, flexing into that heel. Decide if you can add your left arm. So we come into bird dog to really ignite that fire in your core, in your solar plexus. We'll take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths here. If you're not sure what Ujjayi breathing is, try and emphasize the exhale and squeeze the belly. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose, and squeeze. I'm thinking not mouth. 2 more times, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose and squeeze the belly, squeeze. Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal lock. 1 more time, deep breath in. Exhale to squeeze. Left hand comes down, we pivot over into a side plank with one leg lifted. You can drop that leg if it's too much for you. So from here you're going to bend that right leg and hand is going to reach behind for the ankle. If it doesn't reach, just send that arm back. From here you're going to push the hips forwards, push the heart forwards and open up through the front hip and thigh. Inhale, exhale. 1 more here, deep breath in, and then exhale, releasing that foot, come back into your tabletop, and we're going to send the left leg back this time. So energy out through the heel, we lift to hip height, sending your right arm forwards, so opposite arm and leg. Here we want to be stable in the core and neutral in the spine, so don't overarch the back. Feel a strengthening through the abdominals. This lock is called Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal lock. This is the powerhouse of your core, of your internal flame. 3 ocean Uddiyana breaths here. We inhale. Exhale through the nose and squeeze the belly, engaging through the abdominal wall. 2 more times, deep breath. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze and strengthen. Hand comes down and we pivot into our side plank. Top arm lifted. Maybe you're still lifting that left leg. Can you bend the leg, reach onto the ankle maybe and push the hips and the chest forwards. Feel that opening through the front of the thigh, through the front of the hip. Inhale and exhale to soften. 1 more deep breath in and then exhale, release that leg, come back through to your tabletop and we lift to our first down dog. Tuck your toes and send the hips high. Pedal through your feet, be kind to your bodies. If you feel tight in the legs, you're going to keep a micro bend to the knees and you're going to work with pushing the chest through the arms. If we're feeling loose this morning, you might be pushing the heels towards the floor as well. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, gazing in between the knees. Deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more deep breath. And out. So from here we're going to snake forward on our inhale to our high plank. If you need to drop the knees here, you can. Knees can come down. And then from here we're going to put the hips down and come through to our cobra. Once again, tuck the toes, exhale, down dog, lift the hips. On your inhale, we snake forwards, we ripple with the back, coming to your high plank. Maybe knees are lifted, maybe they're dropping. From here, hips drop, untuck the toes, cobra. We have 1 more of these. Tuck the toes, downward dog, lift the hips. Push into the heels. Inhale, we snake forwards, rippling like a wave. Hips come down, we untuck the toes. Good. From here, push the hips back. Momentary rest in child's pose. Really actively walking the fingertips forwards now. We're lengthening, we're engaging the muscles in the back. And then from here, we tuck the toes under, lift to your down dog, and then start to walk your feet to your hands. Come into your forward fold. So tuck your chin into your chest. Hips go high, crown of the head drops low. If you need a micro bend, take that bend to the knees now. If you need to bring the hands to the thighs, to the shins, know that that option is there for you. Give the head a gentle rock, yes, no. No tension stored in the back of the neck, allow it to release. And from here, slowly we're going to start to come up through the spine. Maybe you want to take a little rock side to side just to massage through the back. Up halfway. And up to standing. Lovely, let's flow through. So, come into the front of your mat, take toes together, small space in between the heels. Come to Tadasana, so standing mountain. Feel a grounding through the feet. Spread the palms, having an energy radiating out from each fingertip. Lift that energy, send it high, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, heart center, Samastiti. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, dive down, coming back into your forward fold. On your inhale, ripple the spine forward into your half lift. We're going to take 3 of these, but just pause here for a second. In your half lift, fingertips can come to the shins. Maybe they're on the thighs. You want to see a nice flat back. So move your hands wherever they need to go to create that flat spine. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, we forward fold. Let's take that 3 times. Inhale from the base of the spine. Energy grows out through the crown of the head. We lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Heart growing forward, squeezing shoulder blades. Exhale, we forward fold. Last time. Inhale. Feel the difference the last time round. It should feel like a different pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step one foot and the other foot back to your high plank. Drop the knees down, keep the elbows tucked, chest and chin lower. On your inhale, come through to your cobra. Know that you can keep a bend to the elbows, that's fine. You can lengthen the elbows, you can lift the kneecaps and float the hips off the floor for up dog, if that's in your practice. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Heels pad towards the floor. Let's hold our down dog for 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. One more time, deep breath. And then all the way out. On your next inhale, prepare to step your feet to your hands. Come back into your forward fold. On your inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Lengthen. Exhale, heart center. Let's flow through sun salutation A twice more. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step, or you can jump the feet back. For your chaturanga, your knees can lower, or you pitch the weight forwards and you lower with control. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here. Feel how your down dog is the 3rd time round. Hips lifted. 1 more breath. Inhale, Inhale, prepare for a step or a jump to the hands. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the arms up and overhead. Exhale, heart center. Last time through, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to your high plank. Whoops. And on your exhale, chaturanga, we lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. You can choose to hold your down dog for 3 breaths, or you drop the knees and you rest in child's pose. Do what you need to do for your practice this morning. So from wherever you are, we activate back up into our downward dog. How are we doing? Are you all still with me? I trust you. Send your right leg up into the air. Bend the knee and start to circle 3 times in one direction. If this is too intense, bring that foot down and rest in your down dog. Let's change direction. Believe it or not, downward dog is eventually our resting pose. So bending that foot, open the hip, sending that leg almost behind you, square off the shoulders. We breathe for 3. Stay empowered in this pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step that foot in between your hands. Plant your back foot down at 45 and windmill up to your warrior 2. Stay there for me. You're in your Virabhadrasana 2. So front knee is stacked over front ankle. Arms are spread wide. Your drishti, your focal point, is along that front middle finger. We're trying to get the hips to be in line with that front knee, so we're going to work with our depth. Inhale. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, can you go any lower? 1 more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Well done, straighten that leg. And you're going to reach towards that leg, so reaching. Keep reaching until you can't reach anymore. We come into triangle pose. So arms are in one straight line. We're not slumped in this position, we are active, we are powerful. Can you send your gaze to that top hand? Feel that amazing inner thigh opener. We hold for 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to windmill that arm down. We're going to step back to our plank. Can we flow through a vinyasa? Exhale. We lower. Inhale. Cobra. And then exhale. Down dog. This time, left leg goes high. Bend the knee. We take 3 circles in one direction. Warming up the hip. Remember, you have the option of staying in down dog. Let's change direction. Big circles, keep breathing deep and full. Then take that leg back and behind, open the hip, flex into the heel, 3 deep breaths. Try not to open that side of the body, keep it square. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath, you can do it. And then step that foot in between the hands. Back foot plants down. We windmill up. Find your warrior 2 on the other side. Stay there. Again, we're working with depth. Make sure you don't bend too far over the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Sink the hips lower. Inhale. Exhale, work through the depth in the pelvis. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, sink the hips lower. Do we feel amazing? Straighten that front leg. Oh, that feels nice. We're gonna reach. We're gonna lengthen. Leave your hips behind you. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, and come down. We've pulled up and out of the hips. Inner thighs active. All four corners of the feet on the floor. Can you gaze up? 3 deep breathings here. Stay with your breath. Stay with your body. One more full breath here. Inhale. And then exhale. We windmill down to the floor. We step back to our high plank. We pitch the weight forwards. Lower. Chaturanga. Inhale. Cobra. Exhale. Down dog. We're going to come to standing, so prepare for a step or a jump to the hands. Exhale the weight over. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, heart center. How are we doing? Are we okay? Nice. So we're going to come to a standing balance. We're going to take the right leg to either underneath the knee or above the knee for tree. And we're going to hold. This is your option. If you find balancing okay and you feel like you can stay here forever, then you are going to pop this foot and you're going to cross it over the thigh for standing pigeon. So this foot is above the knee, well above the knee, almost top thigh area. We're then going to bend the supporting leg, hands come to prayer. So we can feel this here, hopefully. If not, you're super loose, in which case, enjoy. So, if you're anything like me, we can feel this here. We're going to bend that supporting leg a little bit more. You can choose to hold. You can choose to take hands to that leg. So we're resting the prayer hands along the length of the shin. From here, we breathe for 3. Your chosen balance. I'm giving you lots of options. Inhale. Exhale. Or you can fall over with me. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more deep breath in and out. Good. Start to lift the body up. Lift that leg up if you can. Pull your belly in and then shoot that leg back into a low lunge. So into our low lunge, we're going to drop that back knee and untuck the toes. Keep the hands in prayer and we're going to reach the arms up, micro back bend for crescent lunge. Now we're trying to make the shape of a crescent moon out through fingertips and back toe. If you've got a lovely back bend, you take that as far as you comfortably can and we hold for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, sink your pelvis down to the floor. 2 more, deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more deep breath. And then exhale, release those arms down. Tuck your back foot. You're going to pivot round to the long edge of the mat and come into a wide-legged stance. Ready for a wide leg forward fold. So your feet are parallel with the short edge of the mat. Fingertips are in line with the feet, unless they're on the thighs. If we're feeling tight today, they can be on the shins. Inhale, send your heart forwards and your spine long. And then exhale, forward fold. So we're nice and warm now. So now's the time to start opening through the inner thighs, really, really removing tension from the hips. So remember I said to you, we're working with imagining we're letting go of something. So send that thought back to your mind now and tell yourself it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Send your spine long as we start to lift the back. You can either walk up the legs or take the hands to the hips and lift the body up and out of this forward fold and step or jump your feet together. Lovely, let's take that on the other side. So we come into the standing balance on the other leg. So we're going to lift and come into tree. You can hold with the foot above the knee, or if it's better for you, you can take it below the knee, up and out of that hip. If you're taking standing pigeon, we cross that leg, making sure the ankle is above the knee, and we're going to sit down into that supporting leg. So you have to bend it to provide almost a shelf for that leg to balance on. Hands come through to heart center. We squeeze the shoulders back. We don't want to be rounding. So from here, make sure your supporting leg has spread toes. So the feet aren't screwed up and hating life. They're relaxed and they're spread. Option of bringing hands and arms along the length of that front shin bone. Make sure the spine is long. Can you hold for 3 deep breaths? Yes, you can. Inhale with me here. Exhale, sink more into that bend if you can. Feel the opening in the hip. Deep breath in. Exhale, pushing down. Last time, deep breath. Exhale completely. On your next inhale, we lift up and we're going to send that knee up. Pick the knee up, squeeze the belly, shoot that leg back, coming into your low lunge. So from your low lunge position, we're going to drop that knee down, untuck the toe. Front knee in line with front ankle, hands stay in prayer, we take the hands down. On the inhale, we sweep the arms up into our crescent lunge. Fingertips reaching, lengthening backwards, hips pushing down. Let's find our breath and breathe for 3. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. And out. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, release the hands back to the floor. Untuck that back foot and start to pivot round back into your wide-legged forward fold. So toes are parallel with the short edge of the mat. Maybe the hands are walking in line with the feet if they're on the floor. And this time you might like to walk the hands through the legs. If you're feeling quite warm, you might be able to walk the hands past the heels and nod the head down to the floor. Take whatever option you need in this posture to open up through your body. Once again, tell yourself it's okay to let go. Work with that mantra for me for 3 deep breaths while I take my voice back. And then start to activate your body. We're going to walk over to the front side of the mat, the front of the mat. Come to your plank position, take the knees down and rest in your child's pose. And then gazing forward, start to activate the body. We come forwards, and I want you to take your right foot forwards into your low lunge. So these are some nice powerful hip openers. Now we're nice and warm. So front knee in line with front ankle, really important. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn towards that right leg. So I'm opening that foot and rolling onto the outside edge of that foot. And I'm going to do the same with the back leg. So can you see I'm onto my pinky toe and my hips are lifted. I'm going to reach that arm backwards as if I'm reaching towards the side wall behind me. So then from here we've got a little bit of a pivot and we're going to turn the other way and come into Malasana with one leg straight. So if that's too much for you, you can come up higher. You don't have to be all the way down. So you don't have to sink all the way down here. Now, if this is quite intense for you, I'd like you to just come to a low lunge instead and hold if that's too much. We're going to flow in between these two positions 3 times together now. So take a deep breath in and twist. Soles of the feet lifted. And then as you exhale, we revolve round, coming into our version of half Malasana. And again, inhale, we revolve round. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, we twist back. Hands to prayer if you can. Let's change, last time through. Inhale. And then exhale, we revolve. Squeeze the chest open. Come back through to center, drop that knee. Let's come into pigeon. You are welcome. So bending that front leg, taking that angle as wide on the knee as you can. If it can be parallel with the short edge of the mat, you do that. Drop your left hip down to the floor. Fingertips come forwards and we start to walk over that leg. Inhale, lift the chest and lengthen. And as you exhale, releasing down into your version of pigeon. And we say to ourselves, it's okay to let go. Resist the urge to fight and hold back here. Two more breaths. And starting to activate the body, come onto the hands, tuck the back foot, send that leg behind, step your left foot forwards. Okay, so coming into our left leg, we're going to tuck the back foot, we're going to start to revolve round towards the left knee. So we're coming into this twist, I roll onto the outside edge of my back foot, the front foot, ball of the foot is lifted and I'm reaching. I'm lengthening, hips are pushing down to the floor, I've spiraled round. Then we rotate the other way and we come into our half malasana. From here, if you need to, you can come up higher if that's a bit much for you, if that depth's too great. Your other option would be to come into your low lunge and hold for this moment, as this is quite intense. So let's transition in between these three. We take a deep breath in and we twist and revolve round, push the hips down, and then as you exhale, we come into our half malasana. Deep breath in, fill the body with oxygen, and we spiral round, reach, and exhale. Feel that opening up through the hips. Last time, we twist around, reach, lengthen away, and come into our malasana. Twisting back round to the front, drop that back knee, coming into pigeon. We're going to externally rotate that front leg, maybe opening that angle out towards the front edge of the mat. Take as much of a bend in that knee as you need. Send that back leg behind you, fingertips come in front of the body. Right hip is going to push and roll down to the floor. Walk those fingertips forwards. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, release down. Find a position here that works for your body. Melting the chest down towards the mat. We hold for 3 deep breaths. Say to yourself the mantra, it's okay to let go. One more breath here. And then start to activate the body. Coming up onto the hands, and you're going to send the legs in front. And you're just going to have a moment to release the legs. Well done. So we should be nice and warm now. The body should be really, really warm, and almost like the connective tissues and the muscles have become like Play-Doh, really stretchy. So we're going to come into a comfortable cross-leg position, and I want you to bring the hands in front of the body. So now working into a little bit more of the connective tissues. So this means we're going to be holding the poses for a little bit longer. Start to walk the hands forwards. Now you might get to here, and you might say that's more than enough, thank you. If you can, you're going to just keep walking the hands forward as much as you can. Take a deep breath in and lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, forward fold into your hip opening stretch. So this is easy pose with a forward bend, making it not so easy. So really working through with that mantra that we're using today, we're opening up and we're allowing ourselves to release. Telling ourselves it's okay to let go. Let's take 3 deep breaths. breaths together here. Keep walking those fingers away. Keep lengthening the spine over the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands back to the body. And we're going to cross the legs the other way. So uncross and then take them this way. So the way that feels weird for you, because we all have a preference. So from this position, once again, the hands come forwards. Feel a grounding in the sit bones. So the sit bones are providing your foundation. Don't let them lift. And we're going to walk the hands forwards. Know that wherever you come to today, your practice is right for your body. There is no rush. There is no rush in yoga to be anywhere other than where you are today. Just encouraging yourself to release any resistance into this posture and just allow it to happen for your body naturally as it does. A deep breath in, send the spine long, and as you exhale, just allow yourself to forward fold into this hip opener. Let's work with 3 deep breaths with each other now. Deep breath in and out. Start to gaze forward. We're going to walk the hands back and we're going to come up into sitting. Maybe you'd like to send the legs out long. Maybe you'd like to give them a gentle rock side to side. So bending your right leg in for me now and dropping that leg out to the side. So we're working with external rotation through the hip. If your knee's up here, that's okay. Maybe you'd like to put something underneath that knee. We're going to square the body off to that straight leg. Inhale, send the arms high. And then as we exhale, we're going to forward fold, but we're reaching, we're lengthening towards the front of the mat. As your hands come down, you might be able to nod the forehead down. So finding your version of this pose, where you get to a point where your body says, yes, that's enough for me. And you listen to that, because that's your body's communication that you've worked hard enough in this position. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more deep breath in and out. Gazing forward at that front toe, we're going to reach the hands around in the direction of that knee. We're going to take one hand to the side and we're going to lengthen up, pushing up onto that knee, coming into an extended side plank. That knee's on the floor because we're working through with almost a back bend, an opening and a lengthening in that hip. Reach that arm back. Can you gaze at that hand behind you? Lengthening, opening through the body. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, send the hips back to the floor and send the other leg out long. So working with whatever leg we didn't just do, we have one leg bent and dropping out to the side. So as far out as it will comfortably drop, sole of the foot along the inner thigh. We're squaring the body off to that front leg, so making sure we're not going over towards the foot. We're nice and square, deep breath in, send the arms high, lengthen up and out of the sit bones before you exhale, coming over, reaching for that front leg. Hands can come down onto the floor, and we're nodding the forehead down towards or past the knee. Know that it's fine if you get to here today and that's more than enough for you. So as we're working through an intense hamstring stretch as well as a hip opening, we're going to tell ourselves that it's okay to let go, to not resist and not to fight and not to hold back against anything in this posture. 2 more breaths. And then starting to activate, we gaze forward at the toes, we start reaching towards that knee, we come around, Sending the arm behind you diagonally, we sweep and reach that arm up and extend back. So the knee is down at the back and we're reaching and lengthening that arm, pushing the body forwards, getting a nice opening through that side of the body. Can you gaze at that back hand? Opening, pushing through. Really extend and reach and reach and reach. Inhale, exhale, come down. And then coming all the way onto your backs. We have 2 poses to finish with today, so you're nearly there. Just take a moment to just rock the knees side to side. And then bring the feet down onto the floor. Right foot is going to cross above the knee, and we're going to push the right knee out to the side. You might choose to stay here. You might take both hands and thread them behind the left thigh. So we're holding on to that left thigh. Again, you can choose to stay here if you want to make it more intense. We're going to straighten off that left leg. Make sure the right ankle doesn't creep too close to the knee. Maybe from here you can take hold of the calf. Shoulders are grounding down and into the floor. And we're going to hold this pose, thread the eye of the needle pose for 3 deep breaths. Inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can guide that leg any closer to you. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, leg moving maybe towards you as we deepen. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, pull that leg and then release all the way down. Place both feet on the floor and give both knees a tip side to side. Okay, let's take that on the other side. So left leg is going to cross, ankle above the knee, and we're using the hand just to guide that leg out to the side. So maybe you can already feel that in your outside hip, in which case you might want to stay. You might be taking both hands behind the thigh, reaching for that thigh and pulling it closer to you. Shoulder blades stay planted into the floor. Maybe you extend that top leg. Can you hold on maybe to the calf? So finding your version of this pose in your practice, we hold for 3 deep breaths, guiding that leg towards you, but making sure that knee stays out to the side. Deep breath in and out. And again, deep breath and guiding that leg closer. Last time together here, deep breath in. Exhale, pull that leg closer, squeeze and release. Bring the feet down to the floor, take the soles of the feet together and drop the knees wide. So we've come into a reclined butterfly pose. Take a deep breath in and just bring the knees in slightly, so lift the knees, and then as you exhale through the mouth, let the knees drop out to the sides. And again, deep breath in, we lift the knees. Exhale through the mouth, let everything go. One more time, deep breath in, knees lift. And then exhale, knees drop. Staying here for me in your reclined butterfly pose. Maybe you'd like to take a close to the eyes. Just allowing your body to really morph and open up into this posture. Just taking a while to give in to the effects of gravity. Working the knees down and into the floor. As you say to yourself, it's okay to let go. It's okay to release what is no longer serving you. And it's okay to let go of things that aren't serving you in your life right now. Give yourself the permission, the acceptance, the patience. Maybe now you'd like to stretch your legs long, come into a traditional Shavasana for relaxation, or maybe you'd like to keep yourself in butterfly pose for a more intense inner thigh opener. As we stay in this relaxation for a few moments to allow each and every posture to digest into the body, for your connective tissues and for your muscles and joints to appreciate and to digest these new shapes that you've moved into. We've worked through removing energy blockages and shifting imbalances in the body. So it's okay to feel that sense of exhaustion. That feeling of needing to take a moment to rest. Allow yourself to stay present in your mind and with yourself, your body, your practice. When you're ready, start to stretch your arms overhead, lengthening the arms, lengthening the legs, and then slowly rolling over onto one side. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up into a seated position with me. Bringing your hands through to heart center, we're going to interlace the hands down and close the palms back together, placing the knuckles underneath the chin. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and lift the elbows, and then exhale through the mouth 3 times. As you breathe out, I'd really like you to imagine you're exhaling anything that you are still maybe holding into the body, anything you're still resisting and you're still fighting with. So really envision that for me now. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Bring your hands through to prayer. Inhale, lift your chest. And then as you exhale, forward fold and just release down. Blessings of health and happiness. Om Shanti. Namaste. Namaste everyone. I hope we are feeling good. I hope you're feeling energized and powerful. So that's it. That's our inner thigh sequence. If your hips are particularly tight, I would suggest doing the slower restorative practice that I teach on Fridays. It is on my YouTube channel, and really when you move slower, you're able to work into the joints a little bit more if that's something that is difficult for your body. So next yoga class is Friday at 6, and I'm back next Sunday as well if you'd like to join me. Thank you so much, and I really, really hope that you will have a lovely weekend. Let me know how you get on. Happy Easter. Go and eat some Easter eggs. Lots of love. Thank you all.